A bird that flies off the earth and lands on an anthill is still on the ground. Knowledge is a garden. If it isn't cultivated, you can't harvest it. No medicine exists that can cure hatred. He who digs a grave for his enemy might as well be digging one for himself. Confiding a secret to an unworthy person is like carrying grain in a bag with a hole. Don't think there are no crocodiles just because the water is calm. No person is born great. Great people become great when others are sleeping. When an old man dies, a library is burned with him. If love is a sickness, patience is the remedy. If love is a sickness, patience is the remedy. Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. There are no shortcuts to the top of the palm tree. God has created lands with lakes and rivers for man to live, and the desert so that he can find his soul. The big game often appears when the hunter has given up the hunt for the day. Good music goes with good food. Haste and hurry can only bear children with many regrets along the way. A fully grown-up tree cannot be bent into a walking stick. No matter how full the river, it still wants to grow. Knowledge without wisdom is like water in the sand. Other people's wisdom prevents the king from being called a fool. Even an ant can hurt an elephant. Examine what is said, not him who speaks. One camel does not make fun of the other camel's hump. If you educate a man, you educate one individual, but if you educate a woman, you educate a family. The good mother knows what her children will eat. When the mother goat breaks into the yam store, her kid watches her. Even as the archer loves the arrow that flies, so too he loves the bow that remains constant in his hands. If the elders leave you a legacy of dignified language, you do not abandon it and speak childish language. The elephant does not limp when walking on thorns. An ox shits more than 100 mosquitoes. A person with too much ambition cannot sleep in peace. Around a flowering tree, there are many insects. Coffee and love taste best when hot. When the food is cooked, there is no need to wait before eating it. The chameleon looks in all directions before moving. Time destroys all things. A brave man dies once, a coward 1,000 times. He who does not seize opportunity today will be unable to seize tomorrow's opportunity. He who refuses to obey cannot command. The chameleon changes color to match the earth. The earth doesn't change colors to match the chameleon. If an arrow has not entered deeply, then its removal is not hard. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. If you damage the character of another, you damage your own. He who doesn't clean his mouth before breakfast always complains that the food is sour. Even the best dancer on the stage must retire sometime. If you have no teeth, do not break to clay cooking pot. The elders of the village are the boundaries. When a fish rots, the head stinks first. If you are building a house and a nail breaks, do you stop building or do you change the nail? Where a woman rules, streams run uphill. Family names are like flowers, they blossom in clusters. One fly does not provide for another. No matter how big a child is, he cannot deny that he was once carried on the back of a woman. If you do not know death, look at the grave. When the lion cannot find meat, it eats grass. When a woman is hungry, she says, roast something for the children that they might eat. He who loves the vase loves also what is inside. What is bad luck for one man is good luck for another. A bridge is repaired only when someone falls into the water. What is inflated too much will break into fragments. However much it rains on you, no wild banana tree will grow on your head. A bird that allows itself to be caught will find a way of escaping. If you are ugly, you must either learn to dance or make love. If you are ugly, you must either learn to dance or make love. Live patiently in the world. Know that those who hate you are more numerous than those who love you. The song of a stranger woman is answered after she is gone. The humble pay for the mistakes of their leaders. Discord between the powerful is a fortune for the poor. Whoever suggested that rats should become chiefs? The antics of a market buffoon provide laughter, but nobody prays that his child becomes the market buffoon. A rooster is not expected to crow for the whole world. To lead is not to run roughshod over people. If while climbing a tree you insist on going beyond the top, the earth will be waiting for you. Even if you bewitch in the night, you will be known. A tree cannot stand without roots. Crying a lot does not give you peace of mind. If a leader loves you, he makes sure you build your house on rock. Love is a despot who spares no one. Love is like a baby. It needs to be treated tenderly. To love someone who does not love you is like shaking a tree to make the dew drops fall. It is difficult for two long-nosed lovers to kiss. The vultures would not land at the village in which there is a wise old man. The strong bull is overcome when it limps. The strong do not need clubs. When a king reigns, it is thanks to the people. When a river sings, it is thanks to the stones. If the palm of the hand itches, it signifies the coming of great luck. So many little things makes a man love a woman in a big way. To neglect one's ancestors would bring ill fortune and failure in life. Happiness requires something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. When your neighbor's horse falls into a pit, you should not rejoice at it, for your own child may fall into it too. Birds sing not because they have answers, but because they have songs. The betrothed of good is evil. The betrothed of life is death. The betrothed of love is divorce. Never marry a woman who has bigger feet than you. No matter how beautiful and well-crafted a coffin might look, it will not make anyone wish for death. The heart of the wise man lies quiet like limpid water. Do not tell the man who is carrying you that he stinks. You don't need a light to see someone you know intimately at night. Gold should be sold to the one who knows the value of it. Wealth is like hair in the nose. It hurts to be separated, whether from a little or from a lot. Where you will sit when you are old shows where you stood in youth. Pretend you are dead, and you will see who really loves you. A woman is never old when it comes to the dance she knows. One who causes others misfortune also teaches them wisdom. An intelligent enemy is better than a stupid friend. The fool speaks, the wise man listens. Only a wise person can solve a difficult problem. Wisdom is like fire. People take it from others. In the moment of crisis, the wise build bridges and the foolish build dams. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. A family tie is like a tree. It can bend, but it cannot break. A real family eats from the same cornmeal. A husband with a good wife will never be on the road without supplies. Parents give birth to the body of their children, but not always to their characters. A mother cannot give birth to something bigger than herself. A child does not laugh at the ugliness of his mother. If a woman doesn't love you, she calls you brother. When a bitter woman takes over the house, the family she rules is doomed.